For nearly 18 and a half years, Steam has been a juggernaut of digital computer gaming. I'm proud to say that for nearly 10 of those years, I've been a member of that community. During that time, I've amassed quite a collection of games. While my library may not be as extensive as that of a gaming YouTuber's, I've found quite a few that I consider magnificent gems. Today, we're going over my top 5 Steam games. Number 5, Hollow Knight. Growing up, I never had a true Metroidvania experience. I remember occasionally playing Metroid on the SNES, but I was too little to really understand the more complicated elements and never really got into it. Fast forward to 2020, when I made a purchase that would forever change my opinion on the genre going forward. Having heard of its greatness from videos online, I can truly attest that it is a masterpiece. Everything from the level design, the world building, and characters oozes personality. The amount of love and care the developers put into every aspect of this game shows that Hollow Knight was a pure passion project, one that has enriched the lives of millions of players who have already tried this game for themselves. Number 4, Terraria. While it may not have the limitless build potential as something like Minecraft has, Terraria more than makes up for it with its addictive combat and strategic boss encounters. But I think it's a huge testament to how great a game like this is when it's my number 1 played game on Steam, and I still come back for more. Number 3, Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley is one of those games that knows what it wants to be. This is a farming / dating / dungeon crawling simulator, and while that may seem like an exhausting list of mixed genres, this game pulls it off to perfection. The character writing is stellar and believable, the farming is simple yet addictive, and the dungeon crawling, while not overly complex, mixes it up just enough to keep players entertained. With the addition of multiplayer and the vast amount of mods created by the community, I have found several ways to enjoy this game over and over again, despite the main look and feel remaining roughly the same. Number 2, Morrowind. To be honest, I really struggled not to put all of the Elder Scrolls games on this list. Oblivion was the first one I ever played and has by far the best soundtrack. Skyrim was the one I was most hyped for back in 2011, and over 10 years later, still looks phenomenal. But I'm gonna have to give the number 2 spot to Morrowind. It may not look as pretty, the music may not be as good, and the gameplay can be a little janky at first, especially for new players. But once you really get into it, this is perhaps one of the most inventive, dynamic, and genius RPGs you'll ever play. I mean, how many other games will let you create a spell that makes a fireball the size of the sun and causes all surviving enemies to smell like rotten eggs for the rest of their lives? Not that many. If anyone were to ask me what I think the perfect role-playing game is, Morrowind would be one of the first ones I point to. And finally, number 1, Batman Arkham Asylum. Now everyone agrees that the Arkham games are perfect, flawless, amazing masterpieces. But for me, Arkham Asylum perfectly captures what I've always imagined being Batman would be like. It's claustrophobic, it's atmospheric, and it's creepy, with disturbing secrets around every corner. There are several Easter eggs that allude to a rich history and a world that feels lived in. The combat, while simple by today's standards, was inventive and addictive. The stealth was, dare I say it, revolutionary. But the biggest honor I can give this game is that it made being a superhero feel real. Going from a viewer watching Batman take out a room of goons to actually controlling him and seeing how it's done is an incredible experience that I honestly wish I could experience for the first time again. While later games would admittedly do much to expand on the combat and stealth mechanics, I have to agree with the criticisms that the later games tend to lose a lot of that atmosphere that made Asylum so memorable and wonderful. Again, I love this series, I love this game, and I know it's not perfect in any regard. No, actually it is perfect. Let me just delete that out of my script. But it will forever hold a place in my heart as one of the best games of all time. Thank you all so much for watching this video of my top 5 favorite Steam video games. It was a lot of fun putting this together. I know it's a little janky,
So I extra appreciate anyone that stuck through it to the end. This was genuinely a treat to go back and delve a little bit into the video editing hobby of mine that I haven't really done anything with in a long time. Go ahead and leave down below what your favorite Steam video games are, or just favorite video games. I was lazy, that's why I did Steam video games. Hopefully I'll be able to post something in the next couple months, but until then,